Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? Today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to try a bit of a post-race commentary. Now, this is actually going to be my second time trying to do this because the first recording did not pick up any sound, but for the second time I think we should be good. I do see that we are picking up sound, so that's great. So anyway, we are here at Suzuka. We're doing a private community race here with Grim and Erratic. And so far we've slotted behind Erratic, Moker going off there. And Grim actually let everybody go. Now he's already back behind us. Dang, look at this huge train of cars, man. It's pretty crazy. Everything's sort of concertinaing. How would you say that? Concertina effect? Concertinaing? I don't know. But it's all slowing down back here. Everybody trying to fight. Jostling for positions. And all it's doing is it's making us all lose time. Erratic bumping into Luigi there. It's making us all lose time to the leaders up ahead, up front. Trying to make my way through, but there's really nowhere to go. We do sort of get a run on these guys. Now we're right beside Erratic here. Gonna see if we can make a move. And unfortunately, I don't get that right. Make a little bit of contact, but it's all good. And unfortunately, this is going to be the start of my skill issues here at Suzuka. As I get it wrong at the chicane. I'm going to let everybody go there and slotting in behind Moker. And now we are in dead last. So yeah, that's not been a very good first lap. Yeah, I was focused on trying to leave the space for Erratic, but I wasn't paying attention to where I was going, so that's what happens. So on to lap 2 then. Right behind Moker. Trying not to be in last place anymore. So far, no way through. Maybe I can force some narrow? No. And somebody's off there. That's Pointed. I believe Pointed was, if I remember right, he said in the chat he was trying to test out some wheel settings. And unfortunately, they're not working out too well for him right now. So that'll put him in last place for now. Still trying to find our way through on Moker here, but it's not happening. Moker getting a little bit loose on the exit there. That's gonna give us the opportunity to get through on him. And we just about managed to slot in front of him. So we can take the normal line through that kink. Covering up the inside into the chicane. Know where he can go. And we closed up right on the back of these two. So that's going to bring an end to lap 2. Much better lap this time. So yeah, you guys, I've never done any sort of post narration before, so this is something a little bit different for me. So yeah, both of these guys getting all out of shape through these S's. Luigi having to ghost out there. An erratic clip in the curb, spinning out. Thank you very much. And that'll put us up into 13th. And another guy out there, Super 10 Ninja this time, in the Audi R8. A few people struggling through those right-handers. We both outbrake ourselves through that hairpin. But we managed to keep it going just about okay. But yeah, like I was saying, I've never done any sort of post-race commentary before, so I apologize if it's not very good, but you know, it'll be whatever it's meant to be. Managing to get a good run on Ninja there. Good move, nicely done. Ooh, bogging out the exit with the gear there, with the rev limiter, totally smashing it. That's gonna kill our run down the home straight a little bit, but I think it's gonna be fine. Astro up there in 11th. He's picked up a half a second penalty, so that's not ideal. Let's see if we can set about trying to catch up to these guys, trying to maybe hunt down a top 10 position. We're definitely moving now. We're up half a second, a full second now, just about, on this lap. So now we can kind of focus on trying to pull away from the guys behind now that we got some clear air. Braking a little deep there again at the hairpin. I was struggling through that corner the whole race. I was struggling, yeah, just the whole race in general, because I don't know what it was about this race. I don't know if it was tune specific or maybe the track rubber settings, but yeah, I just couldn't turn this car to save my life. It's like I was trying to turn this Titanic. It was that bad. And I remember Erratic was kind of saying the same thing in his stream as well during this race. Just the car would not turn. Oof, almost. Almost off track again there. We actually picked up a 0.7 second penalty. I forgot where that happened. But yeah, that's not good. And that's not going to be the last penalty we pick up either. On to lap 5, and again, really wide through that first turn. That, I don't know, would that be like considered one turn? I don't know. Ooh, Legend quit. I think his game crashed if I remember right. Yeah, looks like we made some ground on Astro, but unfortunately, we're gonna get it all wrong, pushing way too hard, going wide into the grass, and into barrier. So, and almost getting rear-ended by Pointed there, who just about managed to avoid us in time. So that's going to put us back into 15th, not quite last, but pretty far back. So yeah, so far this race has been a train wreck, but still 10 laps to go, so let's see what we can do. So just behind Pointed now. It's very weird to see him this far down the order. Usually he's up front dominating. I noticed I'm scratching my head a bunch. Does that come up on the mic? Yeah, a little bit. Well. Oh well. Like I said, sorry if this commentary isn't very good. Never really done this sort of thing before. I'm okay enough with live commentary, being able to react to things live, but it's a little bit different after the fact. So we're going to go ahead and dive into the pits here. To be honest, we maybe could have gone one more lap, but I didn't feel confident, not with the understeer that we were dealing with. Because, yeah, it felt pretty bad. Coming out the pits, I'm dead last. Again, Legend DNFing there. Moker up 6 seconds down the road, so we got a lot of work to do. Looks like Feet's superset quit the race or disconnected. Well, we're in last place, but some people have yet to pit, so we'll see where that puts us after this lap is done. The nice thing is that for right now, we got lots of clean air, some free track, so we can focus on putting in some good laps, nice, quick, and consistent. Looks like we got Boost up in first. What a big surprise. He's having a pretty good race. Oh, well, he was first. Now Grim is first. He's up 42 seconds down the road when he was right behind us just a few laps ago. So, yeah, he's having a much better race than we are at the moment. Well, this was a pretty good lap, actually. We brought the gap down to about 5 seconds down to Moker. Pointed into the pits. And it looks like Ouija also coming out the pits. So now we got a nice little guide to guide us along. Just in front of us. We got another guy just in front of him. I think that's Super Ninja again. Having a pretty good lap here, up 7.5 tenths. Starting to up the pace now. 1 second now. And Super Ninja getting it all wrong through those right-handers again. Really struggling through that section of the track. Pushing too hard in that Audi R8. That thing's pretty sketchy to drive. And yeah, Super Ninja's saying, yep, I've had enough. No more. And he's bailed out the race, unfortunate. But we're not bailing out, we're gonna stick it out to the bitter end. Ouija trying to defend in the Ford GT. Now we got some nice slipstream down this back straight. And we get the move done on Ouija. Covering up the inside into the chicane. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty good move done on Ouija. Now he's going to have the slipstream. Two and 1-2. That's not a bad lap. But unfortunately, with him behind now, we're going to have all the aero wash. All of it. And I was really feeling it through here. I just could not turn the car at all. And right there, we got a little bit loose as well. Nothing I can do. Prime example of aero wash right there. Just up ahead is still Moker, fighting with Erratic in front of him. Everybody's starting to pick up penalties now. Ouija with 2.2 seconds and Moker with 1.3. Nice and smooth through that spoon curve. That was nicely done. Trying desperately to get away with Ouija, or get away from Ouija, I should say. Away from him and his aero wash, but it's proven to be difficult at the moment. So he's got some pretty solid pace in that Ford GT. And unfortunately, we're going to pick up another 8/10. Trying to push it a little bit too hard. Getting a little too greedy with these track limits. And again, Ouija's going to come right up on our rear bumper. Not as bad through this section on this lap this time. That looked a little better. Still struggling with these changes of directions though, but yeah, we're just about making it work. Almost into the grass, or into the gravel I should say. Ouija did get a face full of gravel there, so he's going to lose a bunch of time. Thankfully, that's going to give us a bit more breathing room, and we won't have to deal with the aero wash anymore. So now we can fully focus on trying to see if there's anything we can do about Erratic and Moker up ahead. Looks like those two are having a pretty intense battle. So as long as those two keep fighting, that's going to help me catch up just that little bit more. Because I'd rather not finish 12th if I can help it, as Moker getting it all wrong into the chicane there. And it looks like we've gained a few more tenths over Ouija. Gap is now up to 2.3, so that's good. About 2.5 behind. About 2 seconds ahead of me. So yeah, you guys, this hasn't been the best race so far, but we've recovered pretty well from that mistake, all things considered. And it does look like we're making up ground a little bit on those two. We've definitely gained some ground again on Ouija. Gap's up to about 3.5 now. Moker a little bit wide through the spoon curve, the exit of the spoon curve. That's going to make him lose a few more tenths. Gap's down to 1.7. Tell you what, even though we're down in 12th, 11th, 10th, even the guys down here running some decent, solid pace as we dive into the pits one last time. So with 5 laps to go, looks like we're set for a pretty fun showdown between me, Moker, and potentially Erratic. Although it looks like Erratic has pulled a bit of an advantage over Moker coming out the pits. Nice and smooth, turning in a little bit early for that left-hander, but we made it work. Just trying to get a feel for these fresh tires, trying to get them up to working temp. A little bit deep into that hairpin. That's going to lose us a couple tenths. But we're starting to make up some good ground on Moker. And unfortunately, we're going to pick up yet another 8 tenths of penalties. So now we have 2.3. That's even more than what Ouija has. So yeah, this has been pretty terrible. Just struggling with the car, with the crazy understeer. Just pushing too hard. So that's going to bring an end to lap 11. Picking up a little bit of nice draft from Moker now that we're in draft range. That was really good through, I guess, turn 1 is what you would call that. Gaining a lot on Moker there. Moker coming in a little bit narrow for that left-hander. Suffering a bit from our aero wash, maybe. Just like we were from Ouija's aero wash a bit ago. That was better through the hairpin that time. Still losing a bit on exit though compared to that NSX. braking nice and late for spoon curve. We do manage to get a little bit of a run of Moker here. A little bit of draft. Trying to force our way up the inside and get the move done. Good driving from Mocha there, just holding back a little bit, braking early to make sure we can both negotiate that left-hand kink safely. Now Moker's picked up some of our draft, but we cover the inside. Hugging that apex, know where he can go. Little tap on the rear, but it's all good. And now let's see if we can set about maybe trying to catch Erratic. Although, problem is we have 2.3 seconds penalties. He only has 0.6. So yeah, that's going to be a problem. But already, starting to pull away from Moker quite significantly, as a matter of fact. I think he must have made a mistake. By the way, I don't remember if I mentioned through this second attempt at my narration of this video. Wow, my voice just died there. Yeah, I don't remember if I mentioned. I don't remember who the tune is by, but it's an old GT spec tune. I know that because that's the BOP that we're running for these private hoppers. But the livery, at least, is by Clamp God. And yeah, looks really nice. I really like it. I like the teal and the red and the white. Looks pretty dope. Smashing the rev limiter once again, but we made up some significant ground actually on Erratic. Unfortunately, just out of draft range, but let's see if we can close that gap. And we do gain quite a bit through turn 1. So Erratic trying to respond to our sudden late charge, but I think we're just that little bit quicker. We actually dipped under the 201 mark at one point. I don't remember if that was the last lap or some other lap. So the pace is quickening as the race goes on. At least our pace is. Pretty good through the hairpin there. That was a really good spoon curve from Erratic there. He actually pulled out a little advantage on corner exit. But unfortunately, he got the draft. But we can't get close enough, nowhere to go. So we're going to be really hard pressed to not only make a move on Erratic, but pull about a 2-second advantage over him with just one lap to go. We do have pace on him, but it's not like 2 seconds, you know? I don't think we're that fast. Maybe those guys up front like Boost or Grim or Toge. Trying desperately to find a way through Erratic, but he did really well through that sector. Looks like he's covering his bases really well. Erratic a little slow through that last corner. But we're not really close enough to try and make a move. A dive bomb into that hairpin. And Erratic actually letting us go there. So during the race I thought he maybe did that on purpose, but turns out he actually had a bit of a brain fart moment there, so that's kind of funny. So that'll move us up to 10th for now, but unfortunately we're just not far away enough from him to retain that position. So yeah, GG's. Oh, and pole position's off. Uh-oh. I think his tires are dead. We are inside his penalty range, but because we have an even bigger penalty of our own, it's not going to matter, unfortunately. So yeah, it says 10th there, but it's not going to be 10th. It's going to be 11th. So in the end, we gain 5 spots, finishing again in 11th. And best lap 2 minutes, .773 on medium tires. Boost taking the win, Toge second, Mugshot rounding out the podium. Grim a solid race in 4th, Joe top 5, and Boomer in 6th. Astro 7th, Mahanazam pretty solid race in 8th. And pole position, who was just in front of us in 9th. And Erratic, even though he was behind us, takes 10th in front of us because of our penalty. And a GG from Milker. That was some good battling. He's going to finish just behind us in 12th. So, yeah, not an amazing race from my side, but could be worse. Yeah, GG to these top 3. Mugshot, Toge, and Boost. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Hope you all enjoyed that. Let me know what you thought of that race in the comments down below. And I'll catch you later. Bye.